Palestine, tomorrow will be free. Palestine, tomorrow will be free.
For many, I mean, for a lot of people, quite literally, and for a lot of us, like, knowledge-wise, the world kind of imploded in October. I had been planning to put up the video, and it was just going to be late. It was just going to be late, but in fall. And I have not gotten up the urge to do any of my things that I love until now, which is, hey, December 29th. And you'll probably get this on the 30th or 29th. So I just felt like I can't just ghost. So here now is what you're about to see is like September Janae. But the explanation is life sucks and then you die. Okay, no. We are working for equality and freedom, and we will persevere. But sometimes it sucks really bad, and it makes you just feel like everything is worthless if you one day. Like, I don't know. Okay, anyway, bye. Can you see me oh so clearly? Do you see the quality?
Hetero.
Hopefully by now you've seen my Libby video. That was the old me. This is the new me. Oh, wait. First of all, check the drip. Yes, I'm naked today. So sorry. But I just can't. You want me to do makeup, a wig, and now that I have a new camera, set up a camera, my computer, a ring light, and a microphone, and you want me to put my nails on? Girl, I can't do that. I can't do all of that. I'm so sorry. So if I'm naked from here on, I'm sorry, but hey, look at the quality. Ooh. Okay, I'm sorry. Welcome, current and future best friends, to a beautiful and extraordinary day. In case you are a future best friend and are new here, this is the Donnie Mills channel where I read, write, and rant. Mostly read at this point. And I've been having a dilemma. I've been kind of freaking out. I've been like, girl, I have so many books that I want to read that are spooky for October, cozy for fall, sapphic for September, dark academia for the fall. Like, there's so much to read. Like, I don't know what I am going to get through. So I realized, and I want to talk about all of these books. So I realized, girl, this is why people do TBR videos. So as of today, it's September 15th. Hopefully you'll get this video next week. Fingies crossed. And I'm going to talk about my vlogging plans / fall TBR, because I'm going to tell you what video everything is going to be in. Just little video spoilers for you, because I'm going to get back to vlogging regularly. First item on my fall TBR is I have been doing a vlog called The First Time for Everything, where I've read horrors, thrillers, and mysteries for the first time. The only other thriller I've ever read was back in the day. And so this is my first time. So I'm on my final book for that, and that is Jackal by Aaaaah E. Adams, a Haitian-American first-generation author. Look at this cover. I just have to keep holding it up because isn't she gorgeous? Isn't she beautiful? Can you believe? I actually prefer this with white edges because for something about a white edge next to a bright red is so stunning. So I'm going to be finishing that up soon. That's the first one. Then the second one, I'm going to have to scoot around here. I'll be reading Cinderella Is Not Dead and Ace of Spades. Already started Cinderella. Halfway through it. Won't spoil you my thoughts on that. You'll have to watch the video to find out. Now keep in mind, I do want to make you aware, that video's intro was already filmed, and it was filmed on my phone back in the old days, but now oh, I can just hold my phone. Oh, ah, I can just look at, oh, what's on my phone? Because I'm not filming on my phone, baby. Invest in your creativity, invest in your hobbies, invest in the things that you like and care about. Because, girl, probably ain't nobody ever gonna pay me to do YouTube, but I enjoy doing this. This is fun for me. So, I invest in her because I love her. These next two, I might skip. I put them on my September hopefuls list, but I think I'm going to move them back to November because they're more fall reads as opposed to they're not sapphic, and I want to get some sapphic stuff in for September, which is why those first two go first. But hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. This girl, this bad fucking bitch, is who I will be reading for Dark Academia Fall. So I'll hopefully be reading this in November. I will also read another R.F. Kuang. Not that it's particularly fall-like, but this is just going to be an author audition for R.F. Kuang is what that video is going to be. And so I'm just going to go ahead and read these two together, and Babel will actually fit the theme, whereas Yellowface will not. And I have 2 copies of Babel, so that book better be fucking good, and I better fucking love it. Then we go into the second set of books that I hope to read. More Black Sapphic books, but specifically spooky Black Sapphic reads. The House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson. Ooh, ah. And then, which I got this from my local bookshop, Phoenix Books. Support your local bookshop. Support your local bookshop. Shop indie, baby. Because Barnes & Noble don't need... Now, I will say I do want Barnes & Noble to stay in business so that we have a big box option that's not Amazon. Really an ebook option that's not Amazon. But other than that... Okay, and then we've got In the House of Transcendence by Amanda Ross. As you can see, I painted these edges. Ooh, you see it? The edges I painted? I put a little skull on there. And, a little gradient because the book is orange and green. Amanda Ross, she's an indie author. I follow her on TikTok. I believe she uses she, her pronouns. If not, I'll have to look that up and I will edit that in. I'll put it right here. But this is about a Black bisexual necromancer. So I'm really excited about this. Really want to get to this. Sure excited. And then, this doesn't say LGBT on the, you know, on Storygraph where it like tells you the genre. Usually it'll tell you LGBT if it's a gay book, but sometimes it doesn't because it's not as a major theme. But apparently people on Goodreads have been marking this as sapphic, and I saw it in one of Johnny Pixel D7, that adorable guy, that guy that I love his videos because he's always on this. But I saw in one of his videos about like sapphic queer books, queer spooky books. So I feed her to the beast and the beast is me. If that is giving me some fucking one flesh, one end, Gideon the Ninth ass vibes, okay? Also, I saw someone else, and if I can remember who it was, I'll put them here. Someone else on TikTok was like talking about stop recommending Gideon the Ninth as a romance. Who was doing that? Who was doing that? Who said that? It is not a romance. It is a fucking locked room mystery in space with lesbian necromancers. That's what it is. They are lesbians. There is romance, but it is not a romance. Don't be fooled. Read it, but not for the lesbian romance. I've got a lot here. I'm not sure exactly which ones I'm going to end up being able to read, but let me just go through what I think. I don't know where this one will fit in. It'll probably just go in a general spooky fall vlog if I get to it this fall, but it's Chlorine by Jade Song, and I know that it is queer, sapphic, and horror. So I definitely want to get to this at some point, but there's no telling when that will happen. Now, I do have books by authors that I do believe are Asian. Don't quote me on that. I don't know. I don't know that these are all Asian authors. I believe they are, and so there might possibly be a reading horror from Asian authors vlog possibility, and in that case that would include Chlorine, and then it would also include Natural Beauty by Ling Huang, which Alana from Book Talk recommended this, and that's why I picked it up. And then Cursed Bunny by Bora Chung, all of this I picked up because this one I picked up because it was on the spooky section at Phoenix Books, and I trust the staff there implicitly with my reading health and needs. I believe that they can help me with anything, and they can find me any rec I need. Then again, and you can help me decide, there is another vlog that could possibly happen with chlorine in it, which could be queer spooky reads, not specifically Black Sabbath, but just queer spooky reads. That would include A Dowry of Blood, the special edition. Look at her, she's gorgeous. And Blood Debts by Terry J. Benton Walker. So these three could go together for a queer spooky reading blog, or Dowry of Blood, which I've always planned a Dowry of Blood to be in with Dracula. I wanted to read Dracula and A Dowry of Blood together. So I think I'm going to read those, because the fact that they're directly correlating, I cannot resist. Plus, this is kind of leavening out a kind of old classic with a new interpretation that is queer. So I think actually that's what's going to happen. So maybe... Ooh, I figured it out. I know what the fuck is going to happen. I know what the fuck I'm doing. Bitch, I know what the fuck I'm doing. So there was a little bit of a technical difficulty on account of the fact that I have a very small memory card and need to get a larger one. So, oh, this wig has got nuts in it. So I realized, queer reading vlog, queer spooky reading vlog, that doesn't have to include Dowry of Blood, so that I can use that for Dracula. Chlorine, as has been mentioned several times now. Blood Debts. And the bucket bitch. I'm just excited because I know this shit's gonna bang is the thing. I think also in my Dracula vlog, I'm just gonna go ahead and put Frankenstein in there, reading, so it'll go and kind of be a reading the classics / new versions. And then that leaves 4, but really 3, but small ones, of just like reading some good old-fashioned spooky books, old and new releases. So we've got Vampires of El Norte by Isabella Cañas, and it's historical fiction with vampires. I'm into it. Last Tale of the Flower Bride, my understanding is that this is kind of horror-y, spooky kind of, by Roshni Troshi or Koshi. So sorry about that. I really have got to look up how to pronounce people's names. Then I keep hearing about this, The Year of the Witching by Alexis Anderson, who also wrote House of Hunger, which is a sapphic book and is I believe this is a Black woman, so I trust her already. I'm already thinking new author by author. And then, I love the texture of a good cloth-bound book. Fang by Sarah Anderson. I like her comics online, and this is just a cute, fun, pretty book. And a love story between a vampire and a werewolf, and weirdly expensive for how small it is. But yeah, just a stack of scary books. And then finally, this one I'm fine if I don't hit it in October. This can go into November, but some thrillers by one author, so it will be an author audition, and I've heard a lot of great things. What is her name? Tally? Something that starts with a T on TikTok. I'm so sorry, girl. I'm sorry I'm saying your name like this. You probably won't see this, but I'm sorry I'm saying your name like that, because I love your videos. I watch them all the time. She has this series like horror thrillers without essay, and she constantly is saying S.A. Cosby is a great writer. So I'm going to start with Blacktop Wasteland, and then read Razorblade Tears, and then hit My Darkest Prayer. I got all of these on a bargain, I'm assuming because they're his older books. And then if I like these, maybe I'll grab some of his newer stuff. So yeah, I think that's a sensational set of TBRs, quite frankly. I think it's great. I think I'm going to have an excellent time. And I think hopefully you'll enjoy my videos and my thoughts. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot. My queer scary books. I forgot ebooks. Also, check out my books. BOOX, darling, get it right. This is my new talent, ink reader. She's so gorgeous. I love her so much. What's great about books is that she can download multiple apps, so I can use the Kindle app, the Nook app from Barnes & Nobles. I can use the Libby app. I can use anything I would like, darling. to read, and I can buy books and read them from the device specifically. And I can just read like EPUBs, like older ebooks that I have, and just read them on here. So, not to flex on you girls or anything, but she's everything to me. So in Libby, I've already downloaded some sapphic horror. Specifically these two. I've got Labyrinth Lost by Zoraida Cordova. So sorry. I know I'm not saying your name right, Queen. I'm so sorry. And then we have got How We Fall Apart by Katie Zhao. What is it? That song from that one musical. It's like, gotta wash that man right out of here and send him on his way. Can you tell that I used to be in my mother's best friend's kitchen? And they would say, oh, Janae, you singing? I go, oh, yes, I do. And then I would get up from the dinner table and perform I would perform songs from Wicked as if I was dead ass on Broadway. I'd be like, popular, we're gonna be popular. Girl, I thought I was Christian Chenoweth. Anyway, so these are probably gonna go. So probably the order that I would do is Black Sapphic reading vlog, spooky Black Sapphic reading vlog, queer spooky reading vlog, spooky classics. And then if it's still October or whatever, well, regardless if it's October, then just like general spooky reads. Then in November, do the S.A. Cosby thrillers, and then the Dark Academia.
Some green ass bitch.
Babel is a Dark Academia at the end. And so it wouldn't be queer horror, it'd exactly be queer Dark Academia, spooky, queer, Dark Academia, all of that tea. But I need to start this soon because obviously I got these from the library. So hopefully I can renew them. So that is my fall TBR, my spooky fall reads that I'm super excited for. Look at this little spaceship. Ooh, little spaceship she does. I'm also just reading kind of any random books that I pick up, like fun, quick books that I pick up on the side, will all come together in my random September reads reading vlog that will probably come out in October when September is over. And, you know, thank you for taking a moment with me. Please tell me, you know, are you interested in any of these books? Do you want to read any of these books? What video sounds most exciting to you? Have you read any of these books and what did you think? Well, don't tell me that because I hate to see reviews before I read a book unless you're telling me that it's good. But if you're going to tell me it's trash, I don't want that energy going into it because I already bought it and I'm already reading it. Unfortunately, horror, when it is for the people of color, it tends to hit a little too close to home, I guess for just women in general too, even white women, the domestic violence, the violence of men. Hit a little too close to home, yeah. Okay, what am I doing? Oh, I was gonna rant about something too. There was something, oh yeah, this is what I want to rant about really quickly. As you know, this channel is Read, Writes, and Rants. I just want to do a little rant for the girl on Instagram who was like, my controversial opinion is that abortion isn't healthcare. That's not a controversial opinion. That is just being wrong. That is just being scientifically and objectively wrong, completely incorrect. It's just being ignorant based on a bias that has been sold to you to make you feel like you're morally superior when actually you're not. But the problem is that the adoption system is not necessarily this wonderful little system that everyone thinks it is that just saves these babies. These are children that are being sold essentially, and a lot of them have trauma from that. Maybe Google trauma from adoption because that's a thing that happens. Let's talk about the foster care system. You and I both know that that's trash. So nobody's taking care of these damn kids. So what the fuck are you gonna sit here and talk about some abortion is not healthcare? You're gonna sit here and talk about it like. So then what's your answer? What's your answer? Are you going to take on all the babies? Do you have finances like that, Miss Thing? Are you Jeff Bezos? Do you have 50 mansions that you can fill full of all the unwanted children in this world? And even if you did, you're saying you're going to force someone to go through pregnancy. Let me guess. It's because that it's been sold as this magical thing that is the purpose of women's bodies and we have to have babies. And having babies is such a beautiful thing. And it can be when you want them. But forcing someone to have a baby is actually deeply grotesque, and pregnancy can and does kill, especially women of color. I bet you didn't fucking think about that. I bet you didn't fucking know that because but you don't give a fuck about black people. Actually, let me not assume, because you know what? People of color be ignorant too. But if you didn't know, women of color are more likely to die in childbirth. Okay? I think it's 3 times more likely, but let me not quote, don't quote me on that because I don't know for sure, but I know that if you go look up black women's health statistics, we are more likely to die in childbirth because doctors don't give a fuck about us. Oh, a little man is here. A little man is here to make me less angry about what's going on. To make me less angry about what's going on. Smokey, do you want to come be in the video? He's a beautiful man with a beautiful heart and a beautiful smile. And he's perfect and I love him. So yeah, I don't know your name. And you posted this on somebody else's platform, which is why I didn't respond on that platform, because it just makes me angry, because you are basically telling a human being that is alive, who is an actual human being that is alive, that their life and body, that those things don't matter, that they are worth dying over a clump of cells. And all that whole shit about like, oh, it's so and so, you can hear their heartbeat. No, you can't. That's actually a fucking lie. That's a lie that you were told to, again, make you feel emotionally entrapped and morally superior. They're lying to you, girl. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up. Get out of the sunken place, my sister. I'm begging. And if it was a man, shut your fucking mouth. Shut your fucking mouth. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. This shit all's about books. Hey y'all, so I realized for my fall TBR, I had forgotten that I have queer, because I want to read queer brown books as much as possible, right? And for spooky season, I'm wanting to read things that are fall-like. So I had completely forgotten that I have queer brown, well, yeah, I believe they're BIPOC, books about witches. I believe it is. Hold on, let's see. Yes, this is a person of color, so I have the Bone Witch. Oh, look at her. Isn't she gorgeous? And if I make it through these other ones, I will definitely try and squeeze this into the spooky season TBR. I also have all 3 books in the series, so this would be an author audition as well as a series sweep if I like the first book. So we'll see. So yeah, thank you for taking a moment with me. I had a wonderful time. And I hope you did too. I hope if you're having a good day, this made it better. And if you're having a bad day, I hope this kind of lifted your spirits a little bit. And with all the love in my heart, goodbye.